welcome once again to this edition of Relationship Flows Today with Covenant. Amarach, thank you for joining me today. I appreciate, and please subscribe to this channel if you have not done so. Thank you for doing that. Alright, now we're gonna talk about simple mistakes that people do without knowing it in their relationship. Simple mistakes that may lead to quarrel or even divorce or probably breakup. Okay, you do them but you do not know you are doing them. Okay, these mistakes can actually lead to breakup. Now, trying to change your partner, trying to change your woman, trying to change your woman or your man. Now, one thing you need to understand in a relationship, okay, about relationship before you even go into it, is that people are different. You cannot change everyone. You can actually try to amend people's character, okay, to suit the relationship, not really to suit you, to suit the relationship, to balance up things in a relationship, not to please you or even suit you, because people must be different. I mean, that's the reason why you even come together to that's the reason why you come together, to actually balance up things, like to complete one another. Okay, so it's very important you understand that people are different and will remain different no matter what. Okay, now try to control your man or your woman. Now, in every relationship, we understand that basically in marriage a man is in charge, but that's not, reason why you should not respect a woman or your woman. That you are in charge does not mean you should be in control of her life. She's still an adult, well brought up by some person or a parent, well trained. Okay, you didn't train her to that extent. Even if you do, or even if you did, all right, someone brought her up to that extent. You didn't create her, God did. So you are not in charge of her life. You may be in charge of what happens in the relationship, but not in charge of her life. So you do not need to, oppress or suppress her or control her. Okay, so try not to control your partner. You can bring up, talk about things together. You may have the final say as a guy, but do not control her. All right, so there should be an understanding in this whole relationship and marriage of a team, to help everyone live peacefully. Thank you. All right, and the next point is that you don't give your partner enough sex. Now, this is for married people. Okay, sex is very, very important. Very important. In a relationship, it spices up relationship, just like every other thing. Just like money does, just like communication does, sex is also part of essentials in every marriage. All right, okay. Now, the next point is that if your partner is never contented with what you have, I mean, you should be contented with what your partner is able to offer at a particular time. Do not be too greedy. I mean, you don't have to be greedy over everything. Be contented, be happy, enjoy what you have at the moment together. Okay, now do not come in between your partner's family members. I mean, they are their first family. Your partner's family is his or her own first family, the family he or she knew before he met you. Okay, so you need to respect that and don't try to come unnecessarily in between them. Everyone's family is important to them. Just like you're about to grow your own family, you wouldn't want someone to come in between you and your partner, okay, or your children and you. Okay, even in marriage, you still love your own family, so do not try to come in between your partner and his or her own family. Very important. Okay, avoid selfishness. Okay, don't be selfish about what you want in your relationship. Don't be selfish about everything, like almost everything. You just want it to be the way you say it. Now, this is not very common with ladies. This is not very common with ladies. men, due to their nature or this their whole saying about being in charge, being the head and all, they want to be selfish about it. No, please. There are men who even want the ladies to be in charge. They have a peaceful home, a loving wife who loves them and respects them. If a guy is giving to everything like what women want, like, you'll be like, what kind of man is this? You so do everything in your power to please the man. That's one secret some guys do not know. Allowing your woman to take care of certain situations does not mean you're weak. It is not a weakness. It is never a weakness. Okay, so let the guys get this straight. Okay, now, even at that, women also have their own parts, their own wrong parts they play, trying to be selfish about certain things. Is about give me, me. No, it doesn't work that way. You need to understand your man, when your man has or when he doesn't have to offer to you. Okay, it does not also have to be the way you want it. It does not have to be when you want him to reach your family. It doesn't have to be about your parents, your family. And do not be selfish. I know that every one of us here, we understand what selfishness is. If you're watching me now as an adult, selfishness is when you think everything is about you. Everything has to be, the way you want it. It has to please you. It does not really work that way. So let's get that straight. Whether you're a guy or a lady, we need to respect ourselves and be respected in our relationship. So many squabbles today in relationship is because one person just wants to be respected. One person, as a man self, you don't even need to ask for that submission. Once you show yourself, once you present yourself as a guy, a real guy, with all your masculine features and characters. It's not about your physical look. It's not about flexing muscle. Present yourself as a real guy with, your respect and self-respect. You will see the woman doing like worshiping you. So you don't need to force it. You don't need to flex your muscle. You don't need to show that you're a man. You don't even need to say it or even play some commands before you gain your respect. Okay, so let's do the right thing in our relationship, right? Thank you once again for joining Relationship Flow today with Covenant Amara. I hope you picked something from what we have just said. Now, please subscribe to this channel if you have not subscribed. Thank you and stay blessed.